With one exception, by accident, because they fire at each other and the bullets ricochet off the ship and they injure the seafarers. They've injured 39. There are many more many more seafarers that have been killed. The total now is 62, but that also includes all the ones that were killed when the Navy tried to rescue a vessel. They went to attack the vessel to get the pirates off it. 99 vessels so far this year have been boarded, 76 were fired upon, and the seafarers have stopped 62 attacks. That means the actions of the seafarers stopped the pirates from getting the vessel. Always we're asked by the navies to point out that these are the only reported incidents. There are many more incidents that don't go reported. Certainly in West Africa, more so in anchorages, maybe Indonesia, Singapore, it's just seen as being part of the life, and so nobody bothers reporting it. So we're looking on just the figures that are reported to the International Maritime Bureau Piracy Reporting Centre, which is in Kuala Lumpur. Okay. Where will the seafarers go? Seafarers, stand up again. Let's see you again. I can't see the light. Seafarers, how are you going? All right? I know there's no bar here, so I know they're not in the bar. Stand up a minute, seafarers. Everybody that's the seafarer. Yeah? Okay. Have a look at the screen. Now, sit down if you've seen that before. You've all seen it. Any seafarer not seen it? No? Oh good, it's working then. Okay, this is what we call BMP3. It's best management practice. This is the advice that's given to seafarers sailing in risky areas. And it's good that you've seen it. At the moment they're just writing BMP4, which is due out in a few weeks' time. What does it say? If you're attacked, you activate the emergency communication plan. Let me give you a tip. That doesn't include phoning your wife. There was one captain who, when he was attacked by pirates, phoned his wife before doing the emergency communication plan. If you can, you speed the ship up to over 15 knots. You take evasive manoeuvres, so it creates a wake. That's questionable, and the captains, hopefully later on, will explain why. The latest advice is actually just to keep going faster, because by trying to manoeuvre, you slow down. Muster the crew in the citadel. The idea is that there is a safe space within the ship where you muster all the crew. At the alarm, all the crew head to that space, and the crew will then lock themselves in. Pirates can't drive ships. Sorry, sail ships. I'm land-based. Can't sail ships. And so if they come on board the ship and there's nobody there, there's not a lot they can do with it. They will try and break into the citadel. So don't leave your welding gear outside, as one ship did, because they just cut a hole in the roof and come in. Yeah? The problem is you can only do that if you know that somebody's going to come and rescue you within the next 48 hours. No? That's unlikely, because it's a big ocean, and there are at the moment, I think, 22 naval vessels trying to cover that area. Only 6 of them have helicopters. So again, when we come back later on, part of the campaign is to ensure the governments ensure that there is some support in that area for the seafarers. Activate fire pump and hoses. Very difficult to squirt people with water when they're firing guns at you. But obviously if you can fill their skiff with water, it's going to sink. Or they might move away. Usually, if they're unable to board within 30 to 45 minutes, then they'll give up and they'll go and look for somebody else, where it's easier. So within BMP3 there are all sorts of recommendations that you can do to your ship to make it safe. Razor wire, barbed wire, electric fences, extra lookouts, and fire hoses, that type of thing. One seafarer said to me, we had everything in place, and it didn't make any difference. They just came up the side of the ship like monkeys. Nothing stopped them. But still there are ships going into the area which are doing nothing to protect themselves. And that's very, very silly indeed. That's why you need to know what BMP3 says. So that if you notice on the ship something that's not done, you can raise it with the captain and say, why haven't we done this when we're sailing in this area? There is only one bit of advice that can be given if you're boarded by pirates with an AK-47. Do as you're told. Offer no resistance. At that point, the fight is lost. Yeah, nothing you can do at all, but do as you're told. If you resist, that's when the violence becomes worse. So at that point, they've taken over. You've lost it, all you can do is hope for the negotiations to commence after that. What the pirates do then is they'll sail the vessel, or order the captain to sail the vessel towards the Somalian coast. If we're talking about Somalia. When you get near the coast, the pirates that took the ship have done their job. They've earned a lot of money for doing that job, but they'll be replaced by guards. 20, 30, 40 guards on board the ship will arrive to take over care. The crew, usually at the beginning, are kept in a confined space, normally on the bridge, all together, where they can be watched. And then they'll be taken because of that. Constant renewed calls for the UN and others for more decisive action. We want something done, we want something organised, we want something taken. And remember, throughout all this, the problem you've got is Somalia is totally governmentless. There's no control in most of Somalia at all. So it's not as though you can go to the government and tell them to do something. It's totally anarchy completely. And industry is highlighting that at the moment, worldwide, and we'll come back to this in a minute, so we'll talk about it, there is this lack of political will to do anything, because it doesn't affect that many people. The answer? Well, the ITF, Intertanko, Intermanager, ISF, various other organisations came together and have initiated the SOS campaign. Everybody shout yes, we've heard the SOS campaign. Yeah? You could, I just told you about it. Yeah? Well, before I told you about it, had you heard about it? Yeah? Good. This is where the industries come together. They've launched the SOS campaign, and they have a website, and you're requested to go onto the website, very simply to enter your name, your title, your email, select the country you wish to write to, and then you can send a letter direct to the president of that country, asking him to put pressure on to other parliaments, other governments, to take action. I wrote this presentation on Tuesday, and at that point, the top 5 countries, starting at number 3, was the United Kingdom, 1-8, the United States, 1-3. I always like it when the United Kingdom beats the United States, that's why I put it in. And Denmark, 954. Get ready for this. In second place, Philippines. We'll turn it down to the pressure here, so okay, we'll try it now. In second place, Philippines. 4,837 of you have sent letters. And the top place goes to, anybody guess? India, with 4,996. So we have to do something about that. Yeah? So we started doing something on Tuesday. In fact, I think it was Monday that we started. So I had a look last night, at midnight, to see what had happened to the figures. There was a total of 19,184 letters that had been written on Tuesday. Last night, at 1 minute past midnight, so it's today, the bottom three, not bottom, 3, 4, and 5 haven't changed very much. Denmark 957, United States 1346, we're still ahead at 1902, that's good. And second place went to, are you ready? Second place goes to India at 4970, and that means in first place goes to, yeah! But of course, it's now 2:30, is it? Yeah, this was midnight. So what's happening now? Butch, tell me. It's got to go outside because we haven't got a signal. And I hope by this time tomorrow, if not tonight, we're going to push that figure over 20,000. Are you all going to help me? Yeah? Okay, because the world is watching us. The people that organise the campaign have promised that they will watch what happens. And we want to push it over that 20,000. And if we do that because the Philippines has done it, that's good news. And now I'll go to India and tell them to do the same. And we'll keep battling. Yeah? You may think it doesn't have any effect. There's always a feeling about that. Our project came out of the idea that last September we delivered 1 million signatures to the United Nations demanding that they stop piracy and took action. From that, this program started and our program started. Because of those 1 million signatures, the majority were from seafarers. And so we take that very seriously indeed. So our program, the Maritime Piracy Humanitarian Response Program, is a big program. But as I said, it involves all the shipping agency, ship owners, union, managers, manning agents, insurers, welfare associations, all working together. And our single aim is to assist seafarers and their families with the humanitarian aspect of a traumatic incident caused by a piracy attack, armed robbery, or being taken hostage. Those are our partners. Those of you who know the industry will recognise there is IMEC, there is BIMCO, Intermanager, ICSW. The Seafarers Trust has funded the first year, along with the TK Foundation, Intercargo. Unusually, and I think those in the industry know this, the UK P&I Club are supporting us, and the council of the P&I clubs also are working with us in this, because they too are concerned. As I said at the beginning, it's one of the very few programs within the maritime industry where all partners are working together with the one aim of achieving a response that will help seafarers and their families. There are at the moment a team of 3 of us, myself, Tone and Alex, who is on the stand at the moment, and we operate from the UK, but we travel quite a lot. And then we're using a series of consultants, Dr. Marion Gibson, Dr. Alistair Hull, and Dr. Colin Humphries, who are psychological and psychiatrist experts who are helping us very much in what we're trying to do with our program. But I'm going to have a rest, perhaps Tone wants to take over.
Thanks very much, Roy. Tom and Jerry, who's the little one? Tom is the little one. Okay. Then I try to be Jerry. I only put a little bit on paper that I want to read, and the rest I will follow my presentation, but I always forget to say the most important thing.